Real Scene TV is brought to you by Top Shelf Productions.
Are you on the scene? We are. We are tracking down celebrities and taking you inside their scene.
Whether on film, TV, or behind the curtain, we've got the scoop.
Breaking it down with the hottest recording artists and up-and-coming local acts you want to see.
Showing you fierce fashion from chic designers to trendsetters.
Taking you inside some of the country's best eats with first-class cooking.
Sharing the spirit of giving, creating community, and celebrating culture.
You'll find it all and more right here.
Real Scene TV starts now.
Welcome to Real Scene TV, Indiana's #1 source for entertainment and nightlife.
We've got an amazing show for you tonight, including some of the biggest names in fashion from this year's Midwest Fashion Week, plus the world's largest Michael Jackson Thriller reenactment.
As always, we've got the real scene in music, including a one-on-one chat with Oscar-nominated John McLaughlin and a look at the international a cappella sensation, Naturally 7.
Plus our second edition of Ghost Hunting with the Twisted Gypsies and exclusive footage from this year's BET Hip Hop Awards, courtesy of our friends at Elite Media.
So don't touch that remote, because we've got all that and more right here from the magnificent grounds of the Indianapolis Museum of Art. Real Scene TV starts now.
You guys, I'm freaking out. There's something behind me.
With millions of YouTube views, an Oscar-nominated song, and national tours with Kelly Clarkson, Indiana native John McLaughlin still took the time to sit down with us and tell us a little bit about the place he calls home.
Even if it's a song about, my car or whatever, like it's still coming from that perspective of, faith-based and growing up in the Midwest, all that kind of stuff.
Let me tell you now where I went wrong. Hollywood is just another place I don't belong. That's a lyric from the song The Middle from singer-songwriter John McLaughlin. And after an Oscar nomination and national tours, there's still only one place he likes to call home.
It's for you from me. I got away so easily. Never stopped to look at what's behind. You've been down this road once before. Guessing what's behind.
So we're sitting down with singer-songwriter John McLaughlin this morning. Take me back a few years ago. You're on the stage at the Oscars performing for So Close from the Disney movie Enchanted. Take me back to that moment, how you felt at that moment.
I was so nervous. Like, I remember thinking, surely, my microphone is picking up my heartbeat. I'm so nervous. It was definitely the most nervous I've ever been in my entire life. But then, the song started and it was great. I was able to kind of take a moment. There's this one moment in the song where everything stops and it waits on my voice to bring in the second half. I remember just for a split second I thought, if I don't sing this note, everybody's just gonna wait here.
Yeah.
The whole world is watching this show, So it was cool. I was able to, I was worried that I would be concentrating so hard that I would miss the moment, but it was great that I was able to kind of take it all in.
There's this awesome video on YouTube of your niece's an unscripted video.
Yeah.
Unscripted,
completely just
completely candid
right
video.
Right place, right time.
Of your nieces talking about your music and their love for your music. You guys take a look.
Have you heard Uncle John's new record? Forever and ever, all for the CD. OMG. Very good. My mind was blown. Uncle John is a genius. It's like Paul McCartney.
Talk to me about the importance of family for you.
Well, my wife and I actually lived in California for a little bit. But the reason why we moved back, a huge part of the reason was family, because, you're gone so much. When you do have a break, you want to see your family, and we really realized how much we wanted to see them when we lived someplace else and we couldn't see them. So So, you know, it's huge. Like, it keeps you grounded, and, you know, you just kind of go a little crazy if you don't see your family, you know. And so, so that's huge.
So let's get into this album, Forever If Ever.
Maybe It's Over actually has one of the better stories, you know, of the songs on the record. It was one night when I was working on the record, and I got a text on my phone. It was from this number that I didn't recognize. I picked up my phone, and it's from Blake Shelton.
Wow.
So I text him back, and I'm like, hey, I know who you are. That's basically all I had to say. That's it. What do you want? And anyway, long story short, he was is a judge on The Voice.
Yeah.
And there's a girl who's on The Voice last season, who has an amazing voice. So anyway, she ended up singing on the record, and she's on that song, Maybe It's Over. And she just took the song to another level. It's one of my favorite songs on the record.
These days I leave the lights on, the front door open when
Thank you so much, John, for taking the time to talk to Real Scene TV. The album is Forever If Ever. It's available on iTunes right now.
We take fashion very seriously here at Real Scene TV, and so does the IMA. So make sure to check out Material World. It's a fashion exhibition that features extravagant textiles from all over the world.
Every day is a brand new Odyssey with the staff here at Real Scene TV. Let's see where the Terry Lee Odyssey takes us this time.
On this week's Terry Lee Odyssey, we're on the road to some of the biggest names in fashion, and we did it without leaving the Midwest. Margaret Melly has the story from this year's Midwest Fashion Week.
So what are some of the trends that you're seeing for holiday wear this year?
There's a lot of really fun in just the casual wear, slouchy sweaters, lots of fun stripes and patterns and mix and matching of plaids, and just like really great texture. I feel like texture is the key to this season. Okay. Everything has a really interesting like slub or something really different to it, and I love that.
Midwest Fashion Week started in 2006 as the brainchild of designer Bernie Martin. And here we are 5 short years later, and it has grown into a national and international event with fashion, interior design, music, and exotic food.
One thing that I do with the Midwest Fashion Week, it's not so much I want to take what's coming from out of New York and bring it here. Right. What was important for me is to educate myself. What is it that the Midwestern person wants to see? What is it that we can communicate with them, and without any offending what you call the Midwestern culture. So therefore, the architectural design, the interior design, is something that's relevant to the Midwestern person. Very, very, very much so.
Self-empowerment is not about being told who you are and where you will go in life. So what should people take away from tonight's event?
I'm all about empowering women. I know there's a lot of men that are here, but as a mother and a wife and a career woman, I realize I have to empower myself, but by empowering others, I totally empower myself. So I want everybody to just feel stronger, feel happier, have a good time, and just laugh and get something out of it as far as fashion goes too.
And do you have any tips for the fashionista on the budget? How can she still embrace this season's trends?
Accessorize. It's the best thing I can say. Fashion-forward shoes. It punches up any outfit. Places like Marshalls, TJ Maxx. I tell our clients they'll buy a $500 dress, and I'll send them to Marshalls because you can get shoes for $39, and there ain't nothing wrong with that, you know? So.
Thanks, Travis. Bye.
Coming up on Real Scene TV, behind the scenes at the BET Hip Hop Awards, the world's largest MJ dance-off.
Tonight on the music scene, we're going to take you to Soundcheck with Naturally 7. Stay tuned.
On behalf of the entire staff at Terry Lee Honda, I'd like to offer our warmest season's greetings to you and your family. After all, everybody needs a little TLC, especially this time of year. Oh, and if you're thinking about test driving a new sled this winter, come to beautiful Avon, where it's always merry and bright. When you're in our showroom, just ask for me and we'll share a cup of eggnog. Or call me direct at 272-1000. Happy Honda Days.
Here at Real Scene TV, we always like to support our local artists, which is why you should check out Brian McCutcheon's exhibit, Out of This World. He's a local contemporary artist combining sculpture, video, and photography. If you've seen the NBC show The Sing-Off, then you know a little something about a cappella music and vocal play. But I promise you, you've never seen or heard anything quite like Naturally 7.
Now, all the way from New York City, it's Naturally 7!
I'm Hops, and I do the bass.
I'm Dwight, your trombonist.
I'm Roger, primarily the rapper. I'm Warren, I'm on the drums.
I'm Polo, I do guitars.
I'm Rod, I'm the DJ. Garfield, I do the harmonica.
You guys have been around for over 10 years now. How did you guys come together as a group?
Kind of a friend type thing, just kind of building over time, and not even really auditioning each person for the parts that they do today. That's kind of like a godsend that everybody's able to do what they do.
Do any of you guys actually play any of the instruments that you vocal play?
None of us actually play the instrument that we vocal play, with the exception of one, and that is Hops. He does actually play bass, but the rest of us just listen to the instrument very closely and take it in.
Speaking of the bass, that reminds me of the Michael Jackson tribute you guys did, which is awesome. If you guys have not seen it, make sure you check it out, Naturally 7 Michael Jackson tribute on YouTube.
A lot of times that stuff is just not written down. It's in fact, we almost do everything by ear. So it's just feeling our way through, and like Rod says, we're constantly listening to the instruments to kind of better ourselves.
I saw another video of you guys in Paris on a subway. Kind of walk me through that day.
I'm sure we'd love to say that it was our idea, but it wasn't. It was an executive, and she saw us around the dinner table one day. We just sang a song to her. She was like, "Wow, that's great! You can sing anywhere." And I could just see that, mind just kind of going. Some of us thought it was a bit crazy, but we ended up doing it. Got put on YouTube, and that is, like a way that a lot of people actually come across Naturally 7.
Be sure to check out more of the a cappella phenomenon at naturally7.com.
In tonight's cuisine scene, Tanya Shadowin is taking us into the kitchen at Giorgio's. Now get ready to get those late night munchies, because we're about to learn the secrets about how to make a fabulous pizza.
Giorgio. Giorgio's been established since 1990, 21 years.
1990? Yes. And you own the shop?
And I own the shop.
So what makes your pizza better than anybody else's pizza around?
The touch.
He's going to show me how to touch the pizza. Okay, I'm ready. Show me how to touch the pizza.
The secret's in the sauce.
Ooh, the secret. Sauce. I'm getting nervous. Whoa. Okay. Thank you. And so how do you come up with your dough? Do you make this dough?
We make everything by scratch, yes.
Everything is scratch. So now what happens when you go to New York and you have New York pizza? Is it better than yours?
Just a similar New York. Giorgio's a New York pizza.
It's New York pizza. Okay.
Well, you ever eat my pizza?
Yes, I have.
And you like it?
I loved it.
And that's the secret.
Yes.
The cook time is important. Do not leave it too longer. Get the crust right. Then you eat it up back when you guys come in and order by the slice.
Nice and toasty.
Nice and toast. take them out, and that's all the secret of how to cook. So we open 9 to 9, Monday to Thursday, Friday and Saturday, 9 to 10.
Okay.
Close on Sunday.
Closed on Sunday. You need a day off. To create the saucy sauce.
To create it, exactly.
Okay, so if you want true New York pizza,
You have to come here.
you have to come here.
I'm from New York. Yeah.
If you've got a favorite restaurant you'd like us to visit, then let us know by becoming a fan on Facebook.
The thrills and chills just don't stop here on Real Scene TV, especially when we hook up with our sci-fi network buddies, the Twisted Gypsies. Let's see where we're headed this time.
I have a feeling that there's going to be quite a bit of activity tonight, and I think I am in over my head.
There's one
Just
thing
a
you got to
little bit.
remember when you're doing this. You can't control everything around you, but you can control how you react to it.
Right.
And you can control how you're taking in everything that's going on. So if you get up and start running and freaking out, you're only making it worse for yourself because you're freaking yourself out more than anything that's going to happen to you. So just take a big deep breath when it happens. All right? Don't get scared.
In 1862, 3,700 sick and dying Confederate soldiers were brought here to Indianapolis as POWs, brought here to Camp Morton.
Whispers of famine, abuse, and even murder from right here where this prison camp once stood have floated throughout the community ever since those days.
If you would pick an area for us to try some experiments, is there an area in here that you think might be better than the other?
Yes, I do. Let's go.
Okay. So you know the ins and outs of this whole building. Well, where you want to go ins and outs.
Several patrons have claimed and asked who the woman was standing off stage.
Really?
Wow.
If you're here, can you show yourself? Or give us a sign that you're here.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. That was weird. I'm freezing cold. It is cold. And my hair is standing straight up on my arms. I know. Okay. It is freezing where I'm sitting. Freezing cold. 70. Oh God.